Clive Daniel Home, when scale matters.
Welcome back. We want to focus on Fort Myers for a second, where there has been pretty significant flooding downtown. We have NBC2's Dave Elias live with the mayor of Fort Myers, Kevin Anderson. Dave, any sense of whether the water is still rising or if it's stalled out?
So, yes, we believe the water is still rising. And just take a look behind me. This is the new Bruno's of Brooklyn, and the water is getting really close to the doors there. We are here at the intersection of 1st and Dean Street. We are joined live with Mayor Kevin Anderson. Mayor, we've been down this road before. Bay Street, we know, is much worse. Are you concerned that this is going to get worse before it gets better?
Unfortunately, I believe we're going to see more water within the next 2.5 hours before the river actually peaks, and then hopefully the water will recede.
And let me ask you, just looking around here, how much damage do you think there has been so far as a resident of downtown?
It doesn't appear that there's a lot of damage as of yet, but as the water rises, yeah, we're probably going to have some damage.
And let me just ask you, there are a lot of people down here walking in the water. I mean, your thoughts?
Well, first of all, that water is just filthy. It's contaminated with who knows what, and it's probably not the healthiest thing to be doing.
A lot of streets are closed. People are going to have to take alternate routes if they're down here.
They shouldn't be out, period. But yeah, some of these roads are impassable.
And again, if you just take a look around here, the water is continuing to rise here in the downtown. A lot of people coming by, walking through the water, not advised right now. The best thing to do is just stay indoors. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And, my thoughts or prayers are out there with everybody who's going to be affected by the water.
Thank you so much. And we, of course, will remain here downtown, keeping a very close eye on things. For now, live in downtown Fort Myers, Dave Elias, NBC2.
Heart just sings for all those small businesses in downtown Fort Myers that have spent the last 2 years recovering from Hurricane Ian, and now nearly 2 years to the day, we're once again seeing a push of water up from the Caloosahatchee into downtown Fort Myers. This is a look at Fort Myers Beach, and I want to point out that Peter made a good observation about an hour and a half ago that the water on this part of Fort Myers Beach, right in front of the Cold Stone, was coming up to the chairs of that picnic table, and it hasn't gotten any higher, at least over the past hour. That's obviously a good thing, because we certainly don't want the water to rise any further from where it is. But for this area, Point Ebell, which is on the eastern side of Sanibel, so not too far away from Fort Myers Beach, they will actually be approaching a period of high tide coming up at 6:55 in the morning tomorrow. So we'll be starting to move back toward a period of high tide where the water levels rise naturally. So it'll be difficult for what storm surge we have happening right now to fully pull out, because unfortunately at the same time the winds will remain onshore for this part of our community throughout the night tonight, and really through the entirety of the outlook of the day tomorrow. We are, though, still monitoring active rain bands that are pushing through the area. Thankfully, we have not seen any significant signs of rotation within these rain bands recently, which is a big improvement from multiple times this evening where there have been numerous tornado warnings issued in our community. Right this moment, as you notice with the lapse of the radar over the past hour, there are no active tornado warnings in the area, but there is a line of some very gusty showers and thunderstorms pushing through.